I would say that the real challenge standing in my way is ultimately myself. How do you find the drive to push yourself, to be better, to further your career without feeling like you're tipping that balance? While at the same time, I'm also trying to make everyone happy, but I'm feeling exhausted, I'm feeling lost. And so I recognize that, and the reason that I struggle to find balance. But what are some techniques that you have to help move forward and help you set aside all those unhelpful thoughts? But that's where people get into this sacrifice. Either I got to sacrifice my career and my ambition and doing a good job so that I have more time, or I got to sacrifice my family so I do well in my career. And we have to stop thinking about this as one or the other. We have to start going, what would it look like if I was successful in my career and I had the balance I want in my family? It's really like, how do I win in my work and win in the rest of my life as well? And I avoid, you probably notice I avoid saying the word work-life balance because I don't love that, because work is a part of your life. Part of our well-being is feeling a sense of achievement, is feeling a sense of meaning in how we contribute. Like, that's a huge part of your well-being too. And so we don't need to like halt that, but we do need to look for what is a different way to approach that. So the techniques is one. I would just really encourage you to start to ask yourself that question. How can, sorry, my dog's freaking out. What would it look like if I was still driven and I had the balance I want in my life? And that's a question, like in my business, I'm constantly asking that question. And that forces me then to hire a team, to delegate more, to say no to some things that are maybe a great opportunity, but I know it's going to pull my attention away from other things. So start to ask that question. And then also recognizing that mental chatter and pressure, like that also like consumes a lot of your energy. And so we can actually still be really successful and achieve more when we work less, because we are more focused, more productive, more energetic, like you'll hear me say over and over again. So part of that is making the switch, going that you don't need to sacrifice one or the other. And you just have to figure out that different way to approach your day and set yourself up for success. But we also can then sacrifice things like the worry, always feeling overwhelmed, always doubting ourselves. There's an incredible amount of energy that goes into that. So, you know, when you can let go of that internal pressure that you put on yourself, or at least maybe it still comes up, but then reframing it and directing your attention in a different way, that frees up so much more energy. So you actually can accomplish more in your day. You know, grant yourself grace. You're doing your best. And also go, well, what can I do to continue to move forward in the direction I want to go? But say, just be mindful of like, and even starting small. We don't need to fix everything all at once. It's like, how can you just honor the things that you need to help you feel better? And a great question and anchoring is like, how do I want to feel in my day? What do I need to show up in that way? And so I'm going to guess you don't want to feel exhausted. So what do you need? And it comes back to taking care of ourselves. When we can take care of ourselves, we can be there for others in a real meaningful way. But just know, like, change that question and go, how would I approach my day without sacrificing one or the other? And then letting go of that internal pressure that you put on yourself.